Long before Michigan became a state, its lands were home to Native American peoples, whose presence dates back over 10,000 years. Archaeological evidence points to Paleo-Indian hunters, who likely followed game into the region after the last ice age. Over millennia, societies such as the Hopewell and later the Mississippian cultures thrived, leaving behind ceremonial mounds and artifacts. These groups developed complex trade networks that extended across North America, exchanging goods like copper from Michigan's Upper Peninsula, which was highly prized for tools and ornaments. By the time of European contact, Michigan was primarily inhabited by Algonquian-speaking tribes such as the Chippewa, Odawa, and Potawatomi. Together, these tribes formed the Three Fires Confederacy, a powerful alliance that dominated the Great Lakes region. They lived off the land, practicing agriculture, hunting, and fishing. Corn, beans, and squash, known as the Three Sisters, were staple crops, while the Great Lakes provided abundant fish. Their deep spiritual connection to the land and waterways was reflected in their oral traditions, art, and ceremonies. In the early 17th century, French explorers were among the first Europeans to arrive in Michigan. Étienne Brûlé is believed to have explored the area in the 1620s, followed by missionaries like Jacques Marquette. The French established key trading posts and missions, such as Sault Ste. Marie in 1668 and Fort Pontchartrain du Détroit, modern-day Detroit, in 1701. These settlements became hubs for the fur trade, as European demand for beaver pelts soared. French traders formed alliances with native tribes, often through intermarriage and mutual cooperation. These relationships helped the French maintain influence in the region until the British took control after the French and Indian War in 1763. Unlike the French, the British were less inclined to respect native customs, leading to increased tensions and uprisings, such as Pontiac's rebellion in 1763, a coordinated effort by the Odawa leader Pontiac to resist British policies. The American Revolution and subsequent westward expansion brought new challenges for Michigan's native peoples. After the Revolutionary War, the Treaty of Paris, 1783, transferred Michigan to the United States, but British forces and their native allies continued to resist American control in the region for years. Throughout the early 19th century, treaties forced native tribes to cede vast territories to the U.S. government. The Treaty of Detroit in 1807, for example, resulted in significant land loss for the Ojibwe, Odawa, Potawatomi, and Wyandot. Many tribes were later removed from Michigan entirely, particularly after the Indian Removal Act of 1830. As native tribes were displaced, settlers began moving into Michigan's fertile lands. The Erie Canal's completion in 1825 made travel to the Great Lakes region easier, leading to a population boom. Michigan officially became a state on January 26, 1837, entering the Union as the 26th state. Early settlers were drawn to Michigan for its rich natural resources. The region's dense forests fueled a booming lumber industry, while the Great Lakes facilitated trade and transportation. The fertile soils of southern Michigan supported agriculture, and towns sprang up along rivers and lakes. By the mid-19th century, Michigan had also become a center for mining, particularly in the Upper Peninsula, where vast deposits of copper and iron ore were discovered. Settlement dramatically altered Michigan's landscape. Logging cleared vast swaths of forest, leading to soil erosion and habitat loss. Rivers, once teeming with fish, were dammed and polluted to support industry. Despite these changes, the state retained its rugged beauty, with its forests, lakes, and waterways continuing to shape its identity. Communities established schools, churches, and local governments, fostering a sense of stability and progress. Michigan also played a significant role in the abolitionist movement, with many residents supporting the Underground Railroad. Detroit became a key stop for enslaved people seeking freedom in Canada, underscoring Michigan's place in the broader struggle for justice and equality. Michigan's history is a testament to resilience, shaped by its Native American heritage, European explorers, and pioneering settlers. While the forced removal of indigenous peoples remains a painful chapter, their legacy endures in the state's cultural fabric and preserved historical sites. From the ancient copper mines of the Upper Peninsula to the bustling settlements along the Great Lakes, Michigan's history offers a profound connection to the land and the people who shaped it.